Do. I'm lost without you. I can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Woo! Robin Thicke. Well, we back. We're back. Really fast. Just had a couple of quick things. On a more serious note, we are in the 28th day of the government shutdown. And pretty soon, as a matter of fact, in a few days, the benefits are set to expire. And on November 1st, which is Friday, people will not be receiving their benefits. Let me just double check that day. 29th, 30th. 29th, 30th, 31st. Okay, yeah. So Friday, because I think it goes up to 31 days. But either way, starting on the 1st, because they haven't said anything as far as any type of reconciliation between the Democrats and Republicans to try to get anything done. And, I just want to say that, hopefully everybody out there can find somewhere to get whatever they need. I would just say, hopefully, this doesn't start like a huge looting situation where we still conduct ourselves properly and do what we have to do. And I think for me, the biggest lesson out of this is that we always need to be prepared in case something like this happens. And I know people are always saying, try to have yourself $1,000 discretionary fund, and it's hard. It really is hard for people to keep that kind of money around, but I definitely suggest make sure you at least keep a few $100s in your shoebox or something somewhere, for times like this to help you at least be able to sustain over at least a 1 month period of time. Because, all of us still have to eat, right? And yeah, maybe we got to cut back and we won't be able to eat as much, but we still have to eat. And so in times like this, we got to kind of learn some lessons. And like I've said in the previous video last week or 2 weeks ago, when I talked about the SNAP benefits, yes, I don't directly get any food stamp privileges at all, but I have eaten and have been the beneficiary of other people because they've had food stamps and they've cooked food or done whatever. But I'm just saying, we have to start being in a position to, as opposed to being online threatening to run out of Walmart or steal or do things like that, we should be in a situation where most of us have lived on Earth long enough to know that crazy things happen. Just like probably the pandemic is probably the craziest thing, but the fact that crazy things happen and that we have to find a way to be prepared when these crazy things come up. Because there's just going to be no way at times when you have a shortage like this. Because think about it. Over 40 million people may not have food stamps, and not everybody's in the same situation. Yes, you do have some people who've been able to stockpile food. Yes, you do have some people who don't necessarily have to worry about food once they get their stamps on, because, they just maybe it's just a couple of people in the house or whatever. But there are a lot of people who definitely rely, and I would say most of those people rely on their food stamps. Because even me going shopping, I talk to other people all the time. Food is high, and it costs a lot of money, and that with gas, with just different things, and like I've surfed YouTube like I usually do, and Instagram, and I see a lot of negative stuff. Now y'all black women got to go out and work and get whatever and do all of this other kind of stuff. But, those are people that, or our taxpayer money is going towards this and that. Well, those are people that look at things short-sighted. Because think about it. Most of us need a hand from somewhere, right? Right. But the other part to it, too, is that you got to think about it. If you got 42 million people with SNAP benefits or food stamp benefits, where's probably 95% of that money going? It's going into another big business, a big corporation, a supermarket, food stores, that it keeps the economy generated. So basically, it's almost like however much the average, I think it's $8 billion per month that the government sends out in SNAP benefits or food stamp benefits. So my thing is that's $8 billion that will be lost into the economy of supermarkets and other stores. See, you got to look at it from that aspect of it, because people always kind of at first look at things from the face value. Oh, I see this person at the store with a big shopping cart full of stuff. I see him with 2 or 3. And I ain't gonna lie, at times I used to hate on that. But that's why when it comes down to it, we all got to make our own way. We all got to find our own way. So hopefully what'll happen is that they'll cut them back on. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows? But if people that need it, they do have different food banks. Like I've said before, I know we have one over here at 63rd and Haverford, between 63rd and 64th. Also at the shelter on 60th and Girard. All right. So if there's any other people that can help out, because we don't know how this is going to go, try to help out. Even if you could just make some meals for people that that may not have it. And let's try to be stewards of goodwill and do good things for people. And I know I talk around and I joke around on here a little bit, but it's serious, and we want to take this and treat this as such. So, but as you are taking that as such, and you are being as serious as I'm being right now, make sure you continue to live life. Don't let life live you.